3, 2, 1. Hello.
So it's the weekend.
Yeah, got a couple friends coming down tomorrow. We're gonna grab some lunch, I think.
Okay.
So that'll be good.
Where are you guys going for lunch?
I'm either gonna go to that BJ's there by the Lakeside Mall, or it could be Bubba's or something like that.
I love Bubba's.
Have you been there?
Yes. Have you?
Yeah. Did you go? Because it's right around the corner from my house. So,
Wait, you live close to there?
Oh, right around the corner, Josh. You make a right.
Well, don't tell me. Don't dox yourself.
Yeah, and it's like boom. I mean, literally, I could walk there from home if you drop me off at the front door.
No kidding. I love Bubba's.
Did you know that they're an affiliate of Texas Roadhouse 23?
I did
Texas
not.
23. Is it Roadhouse or no?
Yeah, Texas Roadhouse.
Is it 23 or no?
I don't think.
Why did I do 23? Because maybe 33. I've done that before. Somebody else told me.
Bubba's is 33.
Yeah. But yeah, Texas is the, I don't know, they're like the
So they're like
father
sister?
change or whatever.
Okay.
They're the head of the chain, and then the Bubba's, like, they get a lot of the same stuff, but their chili there is excellent burgers. And then pretty much everything I've had there. I mean, fish and chips I've had better than other places, but everything else.
Well, they're not really known for anything except for their ice cold beer. Which I don't drink beer.
They got a good pizza, excellent chili. I think that's the same recipe as Texas. And then,
Okay, that's good to know.
and then they got this like southern fried chicken, and it's covered in a country gravy with smashed potatoes, redskins in the same country gravy. I think it's $13.49 to $13.99. You can't go wrong, Jess. And this chicken breast is like on steroids. This thing is like this thick and that wide. I mean, you've got to cut it because you can't get your mouth around it.
I like chicken.
Yeah, I think you'd really like that. And it's got a light batter.
Okay.
Then they got the shrimp thing that they call it the shogun or shotgun sauce.
Okay.
And it's like huge jumbo shrimp. They put them over homemade shoestring potatoes. You know, the ones that you used to get in a can when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Well, they make their own, and they put the shrimp on a bed of those.
Okay.
Covered in scallions. I get it minus the greens, of course. Excellent. Then they got all these different wing sauces, and shotgun's one of those, and they have like a dry rub, boneless or bone-in. They're excellent. And all their burgers have, you can get them, bacon's right in like the burger, like in the meat, ground up in.
I think I've had a burger from there. That's where I went for my birthday this year was Bubba's, but...
They make their own chorizo up there.
Steak,
so
I ate steak.
You did a steak, you think?
Yeah, so you're saying that their chilies that they make is the same as Texas Roadhouse?
I think so, yeah. I like their chili up there. And then, they make their own, they have this chicken nachos. And it's chicken in their homemade chorizo. They do a queso sauce, you get pico, you can get, what's the green shit. And then they do a guava sour cream. And it's got a jalapeno sauce that they drizzle over it. It covers a whole pizza pan, like a large pizza pan. I think it's $11 or $10.99, and it'll feed you 2 meals, and it's an appetizer.
Nice.
It's an appetizer. And I mean, it's just, they have such a good variety of stuff up there.
It's good and it's...
Inexpensive for everywhere else.
Yeah.
Compared to everywhere else, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's why my one friend's been up there once with me. My other friend, he hasn't been. So I'll let them make the choice. I told him today, you pick the place. I'm like, let's pick one of these. So, see what they come up with tomorrow.
Yeah, my friends, they have a visitor in right now from Texas, and that's where they went. They took her to Bubba's because they don't have Bubba's in Texas, or wherever she's from, in Texas, Dallas.
Like I say, I can go up there, have a couple of beers and something, and with a tip, I'm coming out with maybe $32, $33.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
I mean, that's like 2 of the big beers. You go in somewhere else, I mean, you're more than that.
Yeah, you can't beat that at all.
I think the menu at that BJ's Brew House, they got a little bit more stuff, but Bubba's serves salmon, they have everything.
I don't think think I've been to BJ's. See, I don't usually get salmon when I go out because we eat a lot of salmon at home. But I love steak. You know, yesterday...
I remember you were saying that. I know what yesterday was.
You did?
Yeah. Steak and blowjob Thursday or whatever, yeah. Uh-oh, I said that on
314. You can say that. That's good. I made a whole vlog about it. I got a whole video. I got all dressed up. Took him out. I looked good yesterday, Don. I got a new dress, new shoes. I even did my hair and makeup. He was like, who is this?
You're one of those ones, though, you know, you look good every day. You put a pair of heels and a nice dress. You go from, you know, whatever have you to luxury. I mean, it doesn't take much to move you across there.
Yeah, that's why I don't care. Because I know I can clean up pretty good.
That's what, that's what it's all about.
As long as I got a good personality, who cares?
Yeah. Most days, you know what? You're not going to be like that. I don't need somebody to be dressed like a queen every day if I like the way she looks in a pair of jeans and a t-shirt.
And then you'd be scared if you seen the queen without the stuff on. You'd be like, ah! It's the
There's
Wicked
a
Witch.
show I just watched about that. Which one was that?
I Love Lucy.
It was Bob Hart's-Abishola did the same thing, like I Love Lucy. Lady's like, she was engaged and said, he's never seen me without my full makeup or anything. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, there's a scene in I Love Lucy where Lucy's trying to hook up one of Ricky's friends with one of hers, and Ricky and her were fighting before they got there, and Ricky says, you know, you think you know the face that you marry. You think you know your wife's face. And the guy's like, well, yeah, I would think so. He's like, underneath that face, they have a completely different face. and it comes out at night.
And he's got his accent going the whole 9 yards. That's,
it's so
with the
great.
delivery, yep.
He's like, they cover it up with the cold cream. They put wire cages in their hair and chin straps for their chin.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, it was great.
Those old ones are fun to watch like that, aren't they?
Oh, I love it. We watch I Love Lucy every night. We've seen each episode probably 100 times each.
I used to come home, watch Cheers and Night Court.
Night Court, just like a court show?
Yeah, now they got a new one out. The one that played in the Big Bang Theory, the Melissa Rauch. She now is the new Night Court, and she's Harry's daughter. And she came back, and she's now a judge in the same courtroom that he was a judge. And
Which one's the Melissa girl from the Big Bang Theory?
Night Court, the new Night Court.
Or Night Court. What's the which one from the Big Bang?
The one that played that was Howard's wife.
The little one, the blonde with the glasses.
Yeah, that's Melissa Rauch. What was her name in the show? I can't remember.
I don't know. I know she's my size.
Yeah.
And they made her out to be like this. I don't like that. I feel much bigger than I am.
She had the squeaky voice. She still got it in here. But yeah, she was Howard's wife. Yeah, it's a good show. And then they got Dan Fielding, who's John Larroquette. He played the first one. He's back doing this one too.
Okay.
So, you can watch the first season on, probably Netflix or something like that, or one of those binging things.
Yeah, I never heard of it.
Yeah, I used to watch the old ones, the originals, and I came home from work. I was in my 20s, and I was working the afternoon shift, and I'd come home and watch those 11:30 and midnight, and then I'd go to sleep. The Cheers, I don't know if you know Cheers.
Yeah.
Ted Danson, and you had the dark-haired woman. I think she's passed since.
Christy
Alley, right?
Christy Alley, yeah.
And then there was one before her, and I can't remember her name. She was Diane, but that was.
Then there was the one she played in the newer Brady Bunch knockoffs.
Yeah. Those old shows, though, like I Love Lucy, those are classics. I mean,
it's timeless.
Yeah.
Well, we put I Love Lucy on every night because it's easy to fall asleep to.
Yeah.
It's not like something that we're dying to see. So
well,
it's
you've
like
seen it over and over.
Yeah.
So it's not like, you're missing anything if you fall asleep on it, It's like me with, like, your old friends. A lot of times I'll, turn on and then I'll watch a couple shows, and just, to finish a drink or whatever, I turn on one of the Friends episodes, and like you said, I'm in bed.
Right. Yeah, I think that's good. The other night what were we watching? He put on something, it was like an action show. So it wasn't like a movie where it just ends after 2 hours. No, it was like 3 a.m. My eyes are wide open, and I'm just hearing like sword fighting and people yelling. And he's just passed out, comfortable. I'm like, I cannot fall asleep to this kind of thing.
That's when you reach up and turn it off.
Yeah. I was like, babe, give me the remote. He's like, huh?
Oh, funny.
So we fall asleep with the TV on and the fan. If I don't have a fan on, I'm like...
I usually turn the TV on in the morning while I'm getting ready. At night, I go in and you know me. I got the CPAP machine and the other stuff in the sleep number bed. Comes in and it's like, you took 2 minutes to fall asleep last night.
That's nice.
It's like, when I go to bed, I'm in business.
Does your sleep app machine make noise?
I mean, it's kind of like, it's a lot better than Don snoring.
Well, yeah. Does it sound like this kind of? Is it like a humming? Like, what is it?
I mean, you hear me like breathing. You hear the machine running. You hear like the breath. It's like, but I mean, it's sealed to my face. I hear like the air come in and out of me. I haven't had anybody sleeping next to me with it. No, I don't feel it. No, I mean, I feel it if I break my seal. Like, that's why I shave, twice a week, whether I need it or not. I mean, because by the time you feel the seal, the hairs are pushing away from your face.
How long have you had your sleep app machine?
Oh boy. Well, that was even back when I lived up, in the other house. I had it back then, so probably 2012, I think.
What made you get it?
Just the snoring and, not feeling tired during the day and not, always wanting to nod out, fall asleep because, you just weren't rested.
So, was that when you were with somebody and they had told you, like,
My kids told me that they could hear me through the door.
Okay.
At the house, but I mean, it never bothered her when we were together because her grandma always snored and she used to sleep with her grandma.
Yeah.
But when I got, a little heavier, this and that, it started taking the toll a little bit, got worse. And then, when I went in and finally got checked because the kids said it was so loud, that's when I found out I wasn't breathing. So like the longest time, the guy told me it was over 90 seconds, that I didn't take a breath. So my air chambers were closing and I wasn't breathing, and that's what was waking me up. I'd wake up gasping for a breath. So
that's a long time, Don.
Well, that's what I told the lady. I go, were you going to wake me up? And she goes, we had you wired. I wired for sound. And they said, yeah. It was like I stopped. I mean, it was an ungodly amount of times in an hour that I stopped breathing. I mean, it was like 20, 30 times. And the longest span was, 90 seconds. It goes over 90 seconds. And they told my dad, they never told me this, but when you're doing that, they say that you're actually working harder to try to stay than you are when you're sleeping. It's more restful for you to be awake. You're like fighting to keep yourself breathing, that you're actually, taking more out of your body than you are giving it rest.
Which is why you didn't feel rested.
Right. So, I think as we get older, I toss it now for other reasons. It's like, oh, been in that position enough. The back knows it. This one knows it. But
yeah,
I do find I'm more of a back sleeper now because the sleep apnea tube runs over I have it coming over the top of my head.
What were you before?
I think I was kind of a side sleeper before.
So that had to be an adjustment?
Well, and then I find in the middle of the night, I'm one of those, just toss and turn, and according to bed I am. But I find...
Your bed tells you?
Well, yeah, it tells you when you've had restless sleep. So out of like 7-8 hours, I'm usually have an hour and something of restless sleep at night. And so I find out that I'm on my side, and then I go back to my back, because I wake up, and I'm on my side, and I must not be comfortable or something when I've rolled onto my side. And then, I'll feel it like in my shoulder or something, and then I just roll back on my back. So
your bed is plugged in?
Yeah, it's one of those sleep number beds. So I sleep like with the feet up just a little bit, the head's up just a little bit, and it's kind of like a cradle. But I tell you, I mean, the back feels better than it ever did.
Really?
Yeah. So you can put each side to whatever sleep number is comfortable for you. You know, and I sleep like I think in the mid-30s.
Mid-30s?
Yeah, you can go all the way up to like 100. Down to, I think.
What's the, like, what does low mean and what does high mean?
High means harder and more, you know, the hardest you can get is 100, and it'll be like sleeping on the floor.
Oh, so the what would that be considered? The texture? Not the texture,
the firmness of the bed, yeah. So the higher the number, the more firmer it is. The lower the number, the softer it is.
How does your bed do that?
I program it into my phone, and then I have this, like, it's got this auto sense thing. If I move and I go like from the side to whatever have you, the bed automatically adjusts the air to stay where it is. So it lets it in and out. And then when I get out for the day, I have it go back to 50 to match the other side. And then, you know, when I get in bed, it automatically goes down to my number. So you program it in your phone to, like, do whatever you want.
Can you do, like, a test, like, you know how you stand on the shoe thing and it tells you what type of, or the foot thing and it tells you what type of inserts you should get for your type of feet? Can you do a test that tells you what type of firmness you should have for your...
They do that there when I got to bed.
Okay.
And then, you know, they give you a recommendation, and then you go home and you start with that, and then you know, go ahead and fine-tune it for this or that. It'll even give you recommendations. You know, hey, you've had this, you've had that. You know, you might want to either think about adjusting your sleep schedule, going to bed a little earlier, or if it continues, making an adjustment to either, you know, your firmness level.
Interesting.
Yeah, I can show you what it looks like on the phone when you're...
Oh, interesting.
And the bed will it's got 2 air chambers, 1 on each side. And I'm telling you, Josh, it's like the most solid bed I think I've ever had. I mean, it's not like, you know, the ones that you get the squeakies. I mean, this is like, you know, it's just solid. I mean, the base on it, everything, it's got an adjustable base.
All right. How much did it cost?
I got, I think between 3 and 4. I got it on one of those sales one time.
So how much is it normally then? Because you got it on sale.
Probably, you know, the one I got is probably like $5.55, something like that.
I thought it was going to be much higher than that. Your bed does a lot.
There are some that are higher. If you get the split mattresses, I don't have anybody sleeping next to me, so I have my mattress when I have it sitting up and the feet up, the whole mattress goes. But, you know, I can adjust either side, like his or hers, to the sleep comfort, you know, firmness. But you can actually get a split mattress and put, you know, like 2 sets of, you know, twin sheets on it, you know, and you could do that. And then each one can move in a different one. Say you like to sleep flat and he likes to sleep in the cradle. You can have everything independent. And the king size ones are, of course, a little bit more too. I did the queen.
Yeah, we need a new mattress soon because ours is just from
So
a box.
I kept my dresser, and I didn't, you know, run both of them. But my bedroom's something when I bought it at, I don't know, I think it's out of business now, the Air Van. I think I spent just about as much on that as I did, because I had to buy the mattress, the box springs, I bought the 2 dressers. And that was the first thing I ever bought since when I was a kid, because I had my other one, you know, from when I was a kid. I think I was in high school, and I bought it used off of someplace for $300. I had that through marriage, everything. We just put a mattress.
Wow.
We just put a mattress and box springs on it when we got married. We kept the frame and the dressers.
Look at you.
And then finally, I took that to the house where I, you know, after, and I mean, it was there. And finally, at one point in time, I'm like, you know what? My back's bothering me. I want to get something. So I got a new mattress, box spring. I got a frame, new dressers, everything, and I upgraded. So.
Look at you. Yeah, furniture is ridiculous. I have a client, he just spent $7,000 on a couch. And he was telling me that that's a low end for a couch.
It depends.
For this type of couch.
Yeah.
It's some fancy couch. I'm like,
Oh, I mean, like, look at that one that's on the TV that's called the Love Sack that you can.
That's what it is.
Yeah, you can do any color, like different, things.
Yeah, and you can like adjust it and do. Yes,
yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you spent how much money on this couch? Here's my thing.
Did you buy a sectional, a good sectional that's leather from whatever? Probably
$4
same
grand.
thing.
Yeah,
4 or 5 grand.
4 or 5 grand. I know. So I just feel, and I would say this for everybody, and even like Will when we first started dating. You make your money as long as your bills are paid. Like, if you want to go spend $100 grand on a freaking exotic whatever couch, like that's your choice.
Just don't come and ask for money because you can't make your bills. But
Well,
you got
right, as long as you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But for me personally, I am so frugal.
Yeah. We all have our different things where we go ahead and and put ourselves out a little bit more. You like a good steak, so that's your thing. You'll go out. You have no problem putting money out for a good dinner.
That's
it. I'm that way. On certain things. I have my things that I'll do that I won't settle on, and then I have others. Like I just had a guy come out give me a bathroom estimate. It was horrendous for my shower. And now I just had a tile company come out and give me an estimate. And I looked at this, and I mean, this guy's coming out of the materials are way affordable, which means this guy had an incredible markup, Jess. He had I don't know, what's if you 2,000 or 20,000 divided by 2,000, what is that? 200% markup?
Yeah. What, 20,000 divided by 2 is 10.
So 10 times the markup this guy was doing.
Oh, wow.
This guy come out with this, and this guy's under $2,000 for the materials. He's just giving me a quote now on a contractor to come and rip it out and then do the install and then hook back up the plumbing. And my tile is going to be 24 inches wide or high by 48 inches wide, and I'm only going to have 3 grout lines across the back wall, this wall, and then he's going to do a floor, and those tile are going to be bigger too, but it's going to be a real nice clean look.
Yeah, it makes you happy. You don't got to do it yourself.
No, I mean, he's going to quote me now, and he's also going to do my bathroom floor since he's tearing that up. I wasn't going to do the floor with the other guy, but and then they call up wanting to know how they're going to follow up, and I'm because he's there and he's like, I said, how long to do it? And this other guy's like, oh, a day and a half at the most. Mm-hmm. Oh, really? Yeah, but we have a 3 month to 4 month wait. And I go, really? It only takes you a day and a half? And then he goes, yeah, we've been in business since 1989. And I go, really? And he goes, we've serviced just over 25,000 customers. I go, wow, that doesn't seem like a lot of customers for 35 years in business. And he goes, what? And I go, well, that's just over 700 customers a month. I did the math, and I showed him, and I go, if you can do, one a day, and you got more than one installer, that's only 2 a day. And I go,
and giving good numbers.
And I says, and yet you got, this or that, going on. And so then he called yesterday, and I said, no, I'm not going to go with him. And then the company themselves, because he was the guy that came out and did the estimate, they called. They said, well, how was it? And I says, he's got a real good spiel. I says, you guys got a nice product, but I said, I think you guys put down the other people a little bit too much to make your product look good. I says, I'm not a fan of that, but I said, that's your pitch.
Yeah.
And then she goes, well, what? And I says, you're just ridiculously expensive.
Overpriced.
And I says, and you're affiliated with Costco, and I look at Costco as being, a warehouse with good prices. I'm surprised they aligned with you. So sorry to be blunt, but this is the information feedback we're looking for.
They need that, absolutely.
And so,
somebody's got to do it.
I told my kid, I says, I think I'm going to tell Costco next time I'm in there, don't do that. They're not the ones in. And I go, well, how does it get back to them that they're aligned with somebody, that's using their name, and, and they're the most expensive in the biz.
Absolutely.
So it was the company, and I don't know if I can say, I probably shouldn't. So, but I mean, it was just incredible.
Stonies.
Nice kid too, and was just married, mid-30s.
Yeah.
Looked young. I mean, it's not bad, but it's like, you know what?
Well, he'll figure it out. It's not the sales pitch that everybody wants,
Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully there. little hair. One hair is unacceptable.
It was a nice project, but I think when I get this one done, it's exactly what I'm looking for. It's going to have that niche in the back, so I won't have to have like a shampoo basket or nothing. And everything is going to be recessed in the wall and very clean looking. And I mean, and I got like a gray floor, gray tile with some designs on the floor, and the rest of it's white with like light grays going through it. So it's going to be real, like bright, nice, open. And the nice thing about the floor is similar to the color of the floor that you got going on here. Mm-hmm. And what's nice is I got white tile in my freaking bathroom now. Everything shows in a white tile floor. Right. So it'd be nice to put in something like this that'll clean, hide stuff a little bit better.
Right, camouflage it a little more.
Yep. But yet look good. And it's tile that looks like wood. Because he's a tile.
Oh,
this
cool.
guy's
So
a
the
tile.
tile looks like.
Yeah, tile looks just like this here. When I get it.
Do some before and after pictures too.
Yeah, for sure.
That'll look cool. All right, sir.
Well, thank you.
Looking good.
Well, we got a good canvas to start with.
We got a good canvas. You crazy.